128 species in genus Dischidia. My fascination with Dischidia, a world of unique adaptations. Hi, I'm Ferb Vu, and I'm absolutely captivated by the genus Dischidia. These fascinating plants, belonging to the milkweed family Apocynaceae, are epiphytes, meaning they grow on other plants for support, typically trees, without being parasitic. Native to the tropical regions of Southeast Asia, Australia, and the Pacific Islands, they've evolved some incredible adaptations to thrive in their arboreal habitat. What truly sets Dischidia apart are their unique leaves. While some species have ordinary, flattened leaves, others have evolved highly specialized forms. These can be pouch-like, pitcher-like, or even resemble hollow, inflated balloons. These modified leaves serve a crucial purpose. They create microhabitats that trap water and nutrients, providing the plant with resources in its often nutrient-poor environment. Diversity within Dischidia, a plethora of forms. The genus Dischidia boasts a remarkable diversity of species, each with its own distinct characteristics. See full list at monsteraholic.com. Are Dischidia toxic to cats? Dischidia plants are generally non-toxic to cats, which is a relief for me as a pet owner. However, it's always a good idea to monitor your pets and keep potentially harmful plants out of their reach. How to care for Dischidia. My Dischidia is such a trooper. It's been hanging out in my bathroom for over a year now, thriving in the steamy showers. I learned the hard way that it hates soggy soil, so I switched it to a pot with orchid bark for drainage. Now, I only water it when the vines get a little soft and the leaves feel slightly wrinkled. It seems much happier that way. For light, I keep it a few feet back from a south-facing window. It gets some bright indirect sun in the mornings, which seems to keep it really bushy. I might try misting it more often though, just to see if it encourages it to grow even faster. How to propagate Dischidia. Propagating Dischidia is relatively easy. I usually take stem cuttings with a few leaves attached and root them in water or a well-draining soil mix. Once roots develop, I transplant them into their own pots. They root readily, making propagation a fun and rewarding process. Is Dischidia a Hoya? Dischidia versus Hoya. Dischidia is not a Hoya, but they are closely related and belong to the same family, Apocynaceae. They share some similarities, such as their trailing growth habit and succulent-like leaves, but they are distinct plants with their own unique characteristics. Dischidia plants seem easier to care for because they don't mind a bit of neglect, whereas Hoyas need a bit more attention to thrive. Can you group Dischidia in soil? Yes, you can group Dischidia in soil. In fact, they often thrive when planted together in a hanging basket or shallow container, allowing their trailing stems to cascade over the edges. Just make sure the soil is well-draining to prevent waterlogged conditions. Is Dischidia toxic to dogs? As far as I know, Dischidia plants are generally non-toxic to dogs. However, it's always a good idea to monitor your pets and keep potentially harmful plants out of their reach. Why is my Dischidia dying? If your Dischidia is dying, it could be due to various factors such as overwatering, underwatering, poor soil drainage, or insufficient light. I would first assess its growing conditions and make any necessary adjustments. Trim away any dead or yellowing foliage and provide the plant with proper care to encourage recovery. If the problem persists, it might be helpful to consult with a plant expert or horticulturist for further advice.